So I went to Philadelphia yesterday, and during my time there, I got asked for money 10 times, witnessed 2 death threats, saw 4 people speaking about the end of the world, and saw 3 people offer or ask for sexual services for money. YouTube, I love city people. Alright guys, here's a battle with TheCoaster, and this is a UU Underused battle, and part of my open challenge day. So I lead with my Choice Scarf Espeon, he leads with his, a Torterra. I'm gonna go for the Signal Beam, because I know it's super effective, and it probably won't kill, but I'm pretty sure he's just gonna sub Stealth Rocks, and yeah, he does. So I'm just gonna go for it again, hoping that he'll stay in and he'll let me kill it, but he does switch, which is a good move, and he goes out into Clefable, which is a pain in the butt in UU, but I get the Signal Beam off on that, and it doesn't do a whole lot because this is really bulky. So I go out into my own Raikou, and I'm going to... Oh, well, he T-Waves me, which sucks, and I was going to try to, like, set up, but he T-Waved me, and I probably should have expected that, but I'm stupid. So anyway, he withdraws and he goes out into back into his Torterra as I set up a sub because I don't know what he's gonna do, and I don't think that Clefable can do too much damage to Raikou. And he goes for the Earthquake, but I have the Hidden Power Ice on this Raikou, so I'm just gonna go for it. And if I don't get Parahax, it's gonna take down the Torterra, and I don't get Parahax, which is really nice for me. So I get the Hidden Power Ice, and that's gonna take down the Torterra, which is pretty nice. So Torterra goes down, and that's one problem out of the way. And Raikou's just munching on his leftovers there, and he goes out and Excalibur his Gallade, and goes for a Swords Dance, and I don't want to give him a free setup, so I actually stay in and try to Thunderbolt, but I end up like, yeah, so that sucks. So he goes for the Leaf Blade, and he thought he could kill me with Leaf Blade, but he doesn't, and I do get a Thunderbolt off, so at least Raikou wasn't completely useless against this Gallade. And I end up doing about half damage to it, so that's kind of okay. He's going to Shadow Sneak kill me, but actually I'm kind of happy when I see Shadow Sneak because I know his priority, well, it's the only priority move Gallade can learn anyway, but I can go into Swellow, and because Swellow is immune to Shadow Sneak, he won't be able to hit me with it, and that's pretty good for me, so, Swellow is like a perfect counter to his Gallade. So I go for the Brave Bird, thinking maybe he'll stay in and try to kill me, but he doesn't. So he goes into a Slowbro, and I'm just going to U-turn on this thing, basically because I don't think I can kill it, and I want to keep Swellow for later. So I go out into Espeon against his Slowbro, and he just goes for the Surf, and that's not going to do a whole lot to Espeon, but that's okay. And I go for the Trick here, kind of figuring he might go back into that Clefable, or, you know, if I get a Trick off in Slowbro, it's pretty nice too. So I trick the Clefable, the Choice Scarf, and I get the leftovers, and that really crippled the Clefable a lot, and that's really helpful. So I think he's going to T-Wave, so I go into Steelix. He ends up Thunderbolting, which is just as good for me, because now he has to switch. And now I set up Stealth Rocks, which it will be helpful in the long run. He goes for the Fire Blast. I really didn't have anything to take either a fire move or a fighting move because I really didn't know what he was going to do, so I decided just to keep Steelix in and die, which sucks. So, yeah. And it's Life Orb, so now I can change its move, which sucks. So I go out into Feraligatr, and I'm hoping I can KO with Aqua Jet, but I don't. And that really sucks. That just blows, because he uses the Hidden Power, I think, Electric or Grass, one of the two, because it does super effective damage on my Feraligatr. But then my Feraligatr lives, which is funny, and his Life Orb kills him, so I'm going to get, like, one more hit on something with my Feraligatr. So he goes out into Clefable, and I'm just going to Aqua Jet this thing, just because I want to get as much damage on as possible before my Feraligatr kills himself. And, yeah, so he goes for the Thunderbolt, and I go into Kecleon, because this is, like, Jimmy's favorite thing. And Jimmy was with me the entire challenge day, and he's like, TheKillerNacho, use a Kecleon. So I'm like, whatever. So I use this Kecleon just because Jimmeh told me to, basically. So I go for the T-Wave, because just in case he switched, and, you know, I guess T-Waving it wouldn't be too bad. This thing is somewhat of a special tank. So once, you know, I resist a type, my special defense really, you know, can just stop it from being effective. So yeah, I killed that Clefable with a crit. Not that it would have mattered anyway. I mean, Thunderbolt wasn't doing a whole lot to me. And he goes back into Gallade and sets up a Swords Dance, and I go for the T-Wave because I thought he'd go for the Swords Dance predicting the switch, but he ends up carrying a Lumberry, which is like so random, but it worked out for him there, so whatever. I go out on Espeon because I need Death Fodder, and I know he's going to do something, he's going to kill something, and I need Death Fodder, so I decide to give Espeon Death Fodder because that's like the least thing I care about right now. So I go out into Swellow because I know he has to switch against Swellow, and I'm just going to Facade because Facade is going to do a lot of damage no matter what he sends in. And he goes out into Slowbro, and I am able to KO it with Facade, which is awesome. And he has 2 Pokemon left, and Swellow basically has 2 more attacks, so I just kind of have to hope that I'll be able to win this. He goes into Espeon, and it's not Scarfed, which means I'll be able to outspeed and kill it. So the Espeon goes down, and all he has left is Galad, which can't outspeed me, and that means I win. So, wow, great game. Swellow just cleaned up for me amazingly there. It was a lot of fun, and rate, comment, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace. Hey guys, I have a question here for you today. Today's question of the day is, what is your favorite buff or debuff move of the game? Those are moves that either raise your stats or lower your opponent's stats. My favorite buff or debuff move of the game is Dragon Dance because it raises your attack and speed. But there's a lot of other good ones like Bulk Up and Swords Dance and Nasty Plot, Calm Mind, and of course there's a lot of interesting debuffs too, like Fake Tears or Tickle, which is a funny move too. But yeah, so leave a comment about that, and enjoy your weekend.